Hey guys, hope you're well and welcome to my review of Purity Ring's brand new self-titled album. Purity Ring are a Canadian electro-pop band consisting of multi-instrumentalist Corin and vocalist Megan. And this is their fourth full-length studio album now, which sort of leans into this indietronica sound mixed with a blend of dream pop. The opening track, Relic, sort of gives this introduction to the band's overall sound with its vocal and percussion chops mixed with the ethereal and wispy vocals to elevate the song. And then you have debut single Many Lives, which sort of sees them sticking to this similar production style as previous albums such as Another Eternity and Womb. But this track is quite upbeat and energetic, and it sees them leaning into this fantasy style that they're trying to portray through this album as a whole. So at this point, a few tracks in, and especially if you've seen the music videos, you can tell that this album is trying to act as escapism in the form of this sort of RPG video game style. And I think so far with this purpose, the duo is succeeding in creating this world and soundscape to draw you in. So the lyrics paint this picture in your head that help narrate the story throughout the listening of this album. And I think from a technical point of view, that's quite impressive. Red the Sunrise sort of continues this theme with its ethereal vocals, as well as the production. It's got quite nice lyrics and songwriting throughout. I feel like the themes sort of take you diving into this deep world where you recreate yourself. It's also got these wispy vocals to carry the song in the chorus and throughout the verses. Sort of feels like an AI, but nevertheless, it sounds quite nice and it brings the song together well. You hear the piano peeking out in quite a lot of the songs on the track listing here, and I feel like that really helps elevate the melody throughout the songs, so I'm quite a fan of that. Memory Ruins is a lovely track with great synths. Now, you know I'm a sucker for synths. I love synth pop. And it's also got fantastic instrumentation that carries the melody. Again, the piano comes back here, the beat is interesting, and Megan's vocals are really consistent as always. Then you have The Long Night, which might be one of my favorite songs on this album. I feel like it's got nostalgia to drive the song. It sort of feels like a 2000s late night track you'd hear at like a nightclub or something like that, and it definitely gives the video game RPG style as well that the band is trying to go for here. Imanocean is another single, and it's a track that sort of feels different from their usual style. It has soft instrumentation and it feels quite breezy, but unfortunately I don't think there's anything too innovative on this song. It's still quite nice. It's a nice, easy listen, but nothing groundbreaking. Between You and the Shadows and Broken Well are probably some of my favorite tracks on here as well. I feel like they're super solid. They've got this almost groovy beat to carry the song, as well as a really nice bass line. The vocals combined with that bass line sort of carry the magic throughout these tracks, and I feel like they have a lot more substance to them than some other tracks on this album, hence why they're some of my favorites here. Then you have closing track Glacier in memory of RS, which is this lovely closing track, but I feel like I was sort of expecting something a bit more grand for the finale, although I do think this last track does round up the album and its overall tone quite nicely. There's also interludes throughout the song. I think there's 3 in total. I feel like they sort of help glue some of the tracks together and keep the flow nice and consistent. You have songs like MJ Odyssey as well, which is just a piano tune. I feel like it's quite nice, but it maybe knocks off the flow of the track listing a little bit. So overall, I think the concept and soundscape that this album presents is pretty consistent. I wouldn't say this reaches the highs of previous albums and some of their more popular songs, especially the album Shrines, but this is a very solid effort. This is an enjoyable album with consistent quality, and I don't feel like any of their albums or works have any considerable drop in quality. I mean, you know, they release albums every 5 years, it seems, so they have time to polish the songs and polish the production, which they all do themselves. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this glitch pop genre mixed with these wispy, soft vocals that help elevate and bring the soundscapes to life. There's definitely quite a few tracks on here that I love and will have on repeat, such as Between You and the Shadows, Place of My Own, Many Lives, Broken Well, and The Long Night. And then my least favorites, although the track listing here is overall pretty consistent and pretty good, I would probably place Imanocean and MJ Odyssey at the bottom. But yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of this album. It's pretty consistent. There may not be anything super groundbreaking on this album, but if you like the genre and if you like Purity Ring's overall style and vocals, you'll definitely like this album. I think Shrines may forever remain their best album, at least for now. It's the album that helped me get into this duo and helped me explore more of their songs and projects. So yeah, in terms of score, I'm kind of torn because it's a consistent and very nice, beautiful album, but there's not too many high highs on this album. So I think I'm going to give this album a strong 7.5, maybe going up to a light 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed this review and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this album. Let me know your thoughts on Purity Ring's new self-titled album. Let me know your favorite and least favorite tracks, and I'll see you in the next video.